Hey everybody, Adam from My Desert Hollow here. Welcome back. We're up here for a vlog update. Another set of days off. I need to go through the high pasture here through the swales. As you can see, we've got a tremendous amount of growth. I'm going to end up running a hot wire around this a little bit so we can run some more cows through here, graze a lot of this off, and then I'm also going to chop and drop the actual swales themselves. That'll take a little bit of time because some of this stuff I need to go slow so I can save, make sure I don't chop down the good stuff that I want to keep. But we're going to try to give a lot of this a haircut today. So here we go. I'll bring you back for an update after we get a little bit done. All right, everybody, here we are. Got the swales all chopped the other day and stuff's kind of dried out a little bit. But as you can see here, we've got some beneficial stuff going. Got a little peach tree right there, seaberry, elderberry, another peach tree, another seaberry and elderberry. They're just, everything's doing really, really well. Really like it. I do have water rights on this property. Swales are great for when you harvest natural water and snow melt and all that. But with the water rights, I do run water into these. In fact, I'll take you around and I'll kind of show you a little bit of water running in them right now. So hang tight, we'll move over there. All right, we're just up here a little bit farther. If you look down the swale, there's the barn. Just going back towards the house. A little elderberry here, but you can kind of see just a little trickle of water in the bottom. Don't run very much into it, just enough to put water into the bottom and have it overflow my sills on the ends to go down to the next swale down below. We'll pan down there and kind of look. You can see I got my wheel line running too out there on the flat where I don't have any swales yet or any other way of watering. We've got a big, tomorrow's the 8th of July, and the neighbor, he's a fireworks dealer, and he has a big party after the 4th of July, and he lights off a bunch of fireworks. So I am getting everything watered up really well. That way we have less of a chance of a fire. I don't want to lose all this and burn it up, so just get it all watered really, really well. So hold on, and we'll go up to the next project we worked on and kind of give you an idea what we got going there. All right, so what we got here is our old barn. It's over 120 years old, and we're trying to stabilize and save this barn. We don't want to lose it. It's a landmark in the community. It is way neat. It's stacked stone, 2-story, hayloft upstairs, the whole 9 yards. So what I've done yesterday was I was tracking down the rest of the parts I need to help stabilize this barn. I've got some metal plates and some cable and big eye bolts and stuff that we're going to be boring holes through the wall on this side and the wall on the other side to stretch cables across to help stabilize this, because the one wall on the other side is kind of falling away, and I'll kind of show you what I mean by that here in a second. But today what I did is I had to get a bunch of these big Russian olives right here. I had a couple big branches that came over and actually touched the barn. So I wasn't going to be able to work around them. We weren't going to be able to get the project done. So I basically pruned up these trees, cleaned them up real nice, gave us a lot of room to work here, and we'll be able to work on this project. Stay tuned for a lot of videos on that. This barn's really cool. We really like it, and yeah, we want to bring you guys along for that. Hold on now, I'm going to walk around to the other side. I'll show you kind of why we're doing what we're doing to the barn, and it'll be pretty self-evident. All right, here's the front of the barn. You can see we got a big crack coming down that corner. That wall is kind of trying to fall away a little bit. I think it's actually more straight up and down than it was when they originally built it at this point. So I'm not going to try to pull it back in or anything. We're going to cable across. Like I said, I got big 2-foot by 2-foot plates for the outside, big eye bolts to go through it. And we're just going to snug them up, and so that way it doesn't fall away anymore. And then I'll come back through and remortar that crack in and get that all stabilized and do a bunch more pointing on that rock. Fill in some of those other holes. Kind of just a super neat old barn. We want to be able to use it. We're not really using it for anything right now. We don't have a need for it at this point. But trying to get it ready so we can use it when we start moving into a little bit bigger livestock and going from there. Hold on, we'll move on to the next thing. All right, guys, to wrap this up, we're in the shop. As I mentioned in the previous video, my grandpa passed away the 1st of June. Extremely influential man in my life. Meant more to me than I could even explain. That being said, though, too, extraordinary woodworker, tinkerer, handyman, just jack of all trades type of deal. I'd like to think I got a lot of my skills and stuff from him, and he had expressed that he'd like me to have some of his tools and some of the stuff out of his shop that he had in the garage. And so I've been out helping Grandma a little bit, and we've been kind of moving things around and stuff. And one of the first things I was able to get and utilize is his little organizational system for all of his little screws and nuts and bolts and stuff like that. And he made all this forever ago. Got a little turn Lazy Susan type deal, turns on its side with these jars on it. You want to get into something, the jar just twists off. You get your thing, put it back on. Then the same thing here. These are all just baby food jars from forever ago. Grandma said she couldn't remember when he made it, but it's... So I tried to keep it as true to type as what Grandpa had. He had it in his shop on the wall as a shelf. I kind of modified it a little bit and put it underneath an existing shelf I had. But it pretty much is about the same exact way Grandpa had it. And I think I'm going to keep it that way. I really just kind of a tribute to him. And every time I need to get into something that's up there and know that he had saved one of those for a reason, and he had organized them and stored them that way, I'll be able to think of him. And I don't know, it's kind of cool because you'd be talking to Grandpa there in the last couple months he was with us, and I'd be out there helping him do projects, and he could be able to tell me, you need to go out in the garage, it's in the jar hanging, it's going to be on the right side, second one back, and he could still remember where everything was. And this is just a mixture of a bunch of stuff. I mean, I've got nuts and bolts and a little electrical parts and valve stems for tires and nails and just anything that he thought he'd need to use again, he'd save. So it was kind of neat that he was able to still tell me exactly where stuff's at, and I'll try to keep it up that same way. I might bring you along with some of these other tools I got from him. He was, like I said, an extraordinary woodworker. Got some pretty neat hand tools, some stuff that you use to maintain and take care of those tools. Just a great man, and like I said, he will be missed, but hopefully I'll carry on his legacy a little bit here. So with that, we'll leave it here. I got to go back to work and work a couple more days, and come home and be able to get some more projects done, hopefully. If you like the channel, remember to like, comment, and subscribe. And if you want to share the channel, you can just tell people that you can just go to highdeserthollow.com. It's a link that goes straight to the channel, and they can watch videos from there. Anyways, though, we're just here trying to live a more self-reliant lifestyle and promote modern homesteading. This is Adam with High Desert Hollow, signing out.